What is it that we want in life, how to move forward in life. That clarity of mind is not there probably in any kind of situation, relating to others also, relating to ourselves also. So northeast is the zone which is probably disturbed in such a situation. So clarity of mind, insights, vision, the intuition, awakening of the self, the receptivity, peace, wisdom, mental health, everything relates to Northeast. Northeast is where the head of the Vastu Purusha is. So in our physical body, it relates to our brain also and our neurological systems also, right? Then comes the next direction, which is called east of northeast, ENE. It is between the northeast and the east. It is responsible for all our happiness. If I have to give one word, I will give, happiness and joy and recreation. So it is responsible to refresh us, rejuvenate us, and reawakening to the purpose of our life. So if there is some sort of, disturbance happening in this zone, then all these areas of our life are found to be in problem. Okay. Then comes the east. So east is the zone of connections. All sorts of our social connections are coming from east. Sun rises from here, so all the government associations are also here. So when we are talking about our business or our work, then the networking aspect of it, the marketing part of it is governed by this zone, right? All our meetings and modes of communication are coming in from east. So let us say somebody is not trying to not mingling too much socially, or is having some problems in life, maybe due to he doesn't have very good associations and he doesn't know whom to talk to regarding a problem, then this is the zone to look into. Then the next zone that is there is the east of southeast. It is between the east and the southeast. Now, this zone is ill famous for too much thinking, too much analysis, too much churning, indecisiveness, anxiety, because we are unable to decide, because we are thinking too much, and there's too much churning going on inside our mind. And so this has a direct impact on our power of manifestation, because we are just not able to decide how to move ahead, what to do. And normally the anxieties are given by in-laws also. So if anyone is having problem with their in-laws, then we also look at this house. And also many other areas. These are just a few keywords which I'm trying to give you just to start with. And then we come to southeast. So southeast is actually where the manifestation starts to happen, you know. And we have an idea in the northeast, and then we know where it is taking us, and we have all these connections who are going to help us with our purpose in life in developing this idea. Then we are thinking, we are analyzing the pros and cons and whatever is needed, the planning, this that is happening. And then then we come to that point wherein the manifestation has to happen. It has to actually turn into a reality. And so southeast is coming in, it brings in the cash, and it is the zone of fire. So fire is actually the spark of life, and it brings in the enthusiasm. We have various kinds of agnis in our body, so it helps us digest our food also. And all the brilliance that is there in our life, on our face, all the enthusiasm, the beauty, everything is coming from the southeast, from this zone of fire. And that confidence, that spark to start something, initiate something, is also coming from here. And if there is too much fire, then of course there is more aggression and there are accidents. And if this is not balanced, then we also feel insecure. And we also see all the customs, income tax authorities, etc. from this zone, you know. And then the next zone is the south of southeast, which relates to the power, the confidence that we have, the courage that we have, and also the all the middle level authorities in the government, you know. And it also relates to whatever nutrition we are having, whatever food intake that we have, how it is being processed into um, you know, a healthy body, and also our mental prowess. Then we come to south. South is where, you know, the transformation. See, all these zones are marked with red. They're all zones related to the fire element. So the fire, you know, whenever you put anything inside the fire, it will not remain the same. It is just going to transform. Either it will melt, or it will vaporize, or it will burn. So fire is considered to be an agent of transformation, right? So in this zone, it was transforming our efforts into the cash. In the south zone, it is transforming our efforts into, you know, fame and recognition, right? And also at the end of the day, you know, we feel relaxed that okay, we've reached a certain place in life, you know. So so that kind of satisfaction that comes is coming from the south zone. And it also represents the topmost government authority, like, you know, it could be the MLA in the city, or yeah, the politicians and all. And if this zone is disturbed, then we feel fatigued. We are unable to relax. Okay, and it leads to insomnia also. Then the next zone is the south of southwest. So this is the zone for wastage and expenditures and disposal. So generally in you know, when we read our ancient texts, in those texts it was written that the bedroom should be in the southwest of direction. The head of the family should have the bedroom in the southwest zone. Why it was written was because because the next zone, the southwest zone, is the zone for the skill and expertise, right? Because people used to work more with their hands at that time, so there were very few actually occupations at that time. So it was said that you should have the bedroom in the skill and expertise zone of southwest. But now things are different, and what happens is that generally the vastu consultants, they place the bedroom in southwest, and earlier we used to have smaller sleeping areas, and now we have big rooms. And what happens is the bed is not falling in southwest, it is falling actually in the southwest, and people don't know about it, and it is leading to the total disposal of health. So anything that is in the south of southwest zone is going to be expended. Now it is a good zone for the artists because we have certain devata placed here, the Gandharva's energy here. So it is good for the artists. But other than that, it is a zone of let go. It is the zone of, you know, the physical aspect of elimination, our stomach, and yeah. So if it is disturbed, then we will definitely face stomach and digestion issues also. And any imbalance here, we will have difficulty to let go. We are stuck onto things, and we are unable to simply let them go. Right? So I'm just talking briefly about how it's going to affect the physical and the mental arenas. Okay. So then, of course, is the southwest zone. This is the most important zone for relationships. If there is any relationship disturbed anywhere in the house, then the southwest zone is responsible for it. The first and foremost zone that has to be looked into is the southwest zone. Okay, I'm saying zones because these are zones are having the effect of the directions as well as the earth energies. Okay, so southwest zone is responsible for the love and bonding. It is also carrying the energy to for the skill and expertise that we have, to enhance the skill and the expertise that we have. It is responsible for the stability in life and the maturity that we gain in life, you know, gain as time goes by. It is also the zone for our ancestors. So we say the Pitris are not happy with us. So the energy of the Pitris is present in the southwest zone, right? So this energy, ancestors, sometimes, we find people are saying, oh, my so-and-so passed away, grandmother passed away, somebody passed away, I can see them in my dreams. What's happening is you've placed the picture of the ancestors in the east direction. And so you start seeing them, they start visiting you. So the place to keep the pictures of your ancestors is in the southwest zone. So now, on the low side, if it is imbalanced, then there are some disputes in the family, maybe with the children, maybe with in-laws, maybe amongst the partners. If it's a factory or if it's a business we are talking about, then it could be between the boss and the employees, it could be the vendors, it could be the buyers, like that. Any sort of relationship is coming first and foremost from here. Then we move on to the next zone, which is the west of southwest zone, which is responsible, which is the zone of education, knowledge, know-how. And what it does is it has the energy wherein, when you repeat things, they get assimilated. They get retained within you. Okay. And so it is also the zone of saving. So if we put a small or big, what do you call this, safe here in a certain color, then it just helps us to save more, increase our saving, right? Then west is the zone of the gains. So ultimately, all the profits and all the gains and whatever accomplishment that you have is coming from this zone. And this zone also connects us to ourselves. The gain is not just the money.